I've been using the DiMarzio pickup since, oh man, I don't even know, a long time ago. So they first came out, and they used to be white. These white pickups would stick in there, and they'd be very obvious you had replacement pickups on your basses because they'd be the only white pickups you could get. So I had them on for years like that, and now they make them in black, so we have them like that now. But it's basically a real transparent thing. And to me, since you don't want any changes occurring in the sound from the pickups, to have it be a relatively flat and unencumbered sound, that's important for me to have it real loud, to be able to pick up what's on there and be able to deliver it loudly to the output of the instrument, to the input of the amp. And that's probably the primary thing I look for. I've tried a whole bunch of different pickups, and there's interesting ones that sound different, and they got a little different color to them, a little bit of different change or whatever. But for me, and you could probably do that with almost any pickup by wiring it different or whatever, but I just like to have it pretty transparent, just loud, big. So it's one less thing to worry about in the chain of command that goes from fingertip to the speaker moving the air in the listener's ear. Now, the EBO pickups, the only problem with them was that they were muddy and they were unclear, and they don't make them anymore either. So DiMarzio made a Model 1 pickup for years, which was designed to replace the EBO pickup and give it that clarity. So when I finally got rid of my EBO pickup and put the DiMarzio Model 1 in there, it gave me all the advantages of the old EBO-style pickup, plus with the clarity of the modern technology, if you will, modern in 1975 or 6, as it were. So I ran both of them, just like my old Fender bass, on this bass here. And I have, like I said, the separate, the bright high, and then the super low. So that way, if I'm doing playing like a lot of wacko, wild stuff up top, the low-end pickup is still honking along underneath so that you can hear low end, so it doesn't sound like now there's no bass player in the band. So it's a way for me to do both the rhythm guitar stuff and the bass stuff at the same time, therefore freeing the lead guitarist and everybody else up to do what they want to do. So this is basically a DiMarzio Model 1, and this is the DiMarzio P-bass style pickup, and that's how it works. I used to have a tone control, but I noticed for years I never touched the tone control. It was just there. And then I read somewhere that you can get a little bit more output from the instrument if you cut the tone control out. It's one less link in the chain for the sound to have to go through, for the electricity to go through. And so I just cut the tone control out with the, in a hotel room with the snippers or something. I didn't really know what I was doing. I figured out, finally I plugged it in, and thank God it worked for the next gig. So we figured out how to actually get the thing working again. So it's just a straight output without anything on it. Then again, it's real important for me to have the sound unencumbered by anything. Just have my fingers on the strings and then to the speakers as best as possible. Even though you'll see me with a huge rack of stuff, what the rack of stuff basically does is mimics the way the instrument sounds as I'm sitting right here with it off. One important aspect of a pickup is to be heard and not seen, as opposed to young children. I mean, it's very important for me to not have the pickup interfere with the chain of command and sound from fingertip to speaker. In other words, to be very transparent, to be very just a link in the chain, and a chain being as strong as its weakest link. It's important for me to have the pickup be very loud, very accurate, very smooth and clean, and basically reproduce what's happening on the strings to get that to the amplifier. To take the mystery out of what's happening with the sound, to put it on a pickup that you know is used by, everybody, it's kind of a standard of the industry. You know that you're working at least from square one. Singular, most essential thing to have on an instrument to make it sound good is to have a good pickup on there. So the first thing I do when I get an instrument is put what I use standardly, so that it's no different from any of my other ones. I just put the old DiMarzio right in there and work from square one.